Hi, I'm Sarah and you're watching Ken Sarah DIY It. And today I am doing the Power Up Collab, which is a monthly collaboration that I host. And it is where women use power tools and we get to show you that it's not scary. It's not intimidating, you can do it too. And I am a co-hosting with my dear friend Zaina, who hosts with me each month. And her channel is Okay at Home DIY. And then we have a special co-host this month, Yelena from Blondie Next Door, and that is super exciting and fun. Her channel will be linked in my description box, as well as the playlist. And guess what? We are giving away, or gifting away, should I say, an Amazon gift card for $50 this month. That's huge. So what you have to do to be qualified to enter to win that is comment on each video the secret word from that each person tells you in their video, and I'm gonna let you know what mine is towards the end, maybe, or middle. I don't know. When am I gonna tell you? I guess you'll have to watch and find out. If you're not already subscribed and you like what you see and you wanna see more, please consider doing so. I am a growing channel and I would love for you to join me on my journey. Here we go. So let's get into my project. What am I making today? Well, I'm gonna make an outdoor table for my deck using a wood round, a planter stand, and some scrap MDF board that I had in my garage. A little elbow grease and some paint, I think will do the job. And I can't wait to get started. So let's get into it, huh? All right. I had this scrap piece of MDF from a previous project, and I was not sure how to make this round. So I just kind of put a screw into what I deemed center, and I took a pencil and tried to draw a circle. It's not the best circle, but it served its purpose, and I definitely need to find a better way to do this. But it definitely, it worked for what I need. The piece fits exactly how it needs to. What I was trying to do is build a piece to go on the bottom side of the tabletop. I think this is my third or fourth time using my jigsaw, so I'm still super new at it. I don't have any clamps or any clamps that are any good, and that is definitely my next investment, because right now I'm just putting my body weight on the piece of MDF to sort of hold it in place while I'm cutting. And I think if I had a clamp, I could get cleaner lines. Okay, so I just cut out my, I just cut out a 13-inch round circle, but my piece of MDF was 12 inches wide. So it's 13 inches in places, but basically the piece that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do a centered piece where ignore my messy background, my wood round, which is here, will lay on top of this and it won't shift. So I'm trying to make a piece that I can screw onto the bottom of that so I can set it on top of here, then have extra storage in here and put it, I have prep back there for my daughter's mermaid bathroom. Basically, I'm trying to make something that I can attach to the bottom of the wood round so that I can have it just set on top instead of attaching it to the base. And that way I can remove it and actually have some storage in here, which I think would be really great. So TBD, I'm gonna sand it and see if I can make it look a little bit more refined. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I don't want it to be like rough. So here we go. I put 80 grit sandpaper on my Surf Prep sander, and I proceeded to sand all of the edges that I cut to make sure that everything was really smooth. I did hook it up to my shop vac, so there was no dust at all. I had my safety goggles on the whole time whenever I was using any of my power tools. And I just wanted to make sure that if I were to touch this piece or my daughter were to touch it, that there was no chance of getting hurt, getting scratched, or a splinter or anything like that. So I wanted to make sure that this was smooth. Now, if this was something I was going to sell or anything like that, I would want to make it like a perfect circle. But this is for my house, and I am making something for the first time, so it's okay that it's not a perfect round. So I'm centering it on my 24-inch wood round, and then I drilled 4 pilot holes and screwed 4 1-inch screws into the back piece here, and that's it. Now I'm going to take this white silk chalk paint, mineral chalk paint from Dixie Belle. It just happened to be the white paint that I had on hand. And I'm going to do the back side first, and then I'm going to do the front side. And I just am using gloves and an old sock. I keep all of like the socks where you lose, how you lose one sock in the washing machine. I use the spare socks for staining, or what I call staining, which is when I use like a paint and I rub it on and then wipe it off so that you can still see the wood grain. I know a lot of people like to use watered down paint, but for me, I don't get enough color, so I just do full thickness paint, but I just rub it on with a sock and rub it off, and so then I get a nice whitewashed look. And it dries really quickly. So I use my Silhouette, which is just like a Cricut. It's just a different brand, and I traced a Google image that I found of a mandala, and I cut it in quarters. So because my piece is 24 inches across, I cut 12-inch quarters. And here I am just trimming each of my quarters so that it's going to have, so it's going to all line up with each other. Each piece is going to line up with the other piece, because I'm just going to find center on my wood round, and that is how I'm going to use this mandala stencil. And it's going to be incredible. To place my stencil, I made a cross, like a plus sign, on my wood round that served as my center. And using transfer tape, I took the stencils and I put them on my center. And then one by one, I lined them up with each other. And I just used the same piece of transfer tape for each stencil, because transfer tape can be expensive, so why not reuse it, right? You can reuse it. And here I am just lining each one up because I want it to be as perfect as possible. The final piece that I put on, I did end up moving some of the pieces so that there weren't any gaps, because of course it's not going to be perfect. I wish that I could make it perfect, but it wasn't perfect. So all I did was pick up a few pieces and move them so that there weren't any gaps between the stencils, and it was good.
After my stencil was laid down, I did one coat of the white paint that I had used to whitewash the wood. And why I did that was so that if there was any bleeding from the stencil, that it was going to be the white paint and not the turquoise or the yellow paint that I used for my stencil. Now, for those of you that want to participate in the giftaway, my secret word is jigsaw. It's been my secret word before, but you know that I am trying to learn how to use my jigsaw, and I used it again today in today's video, and I'm really, really excited about like the things that I'm learning how to use it for. And so, yeah, you got to comment below if you'd like to be entered to win a $50 gift card. Jigsaw, that's my word.
Trees, your yellow leaves move me. Dancing roofs, your painted red shakes the room. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer.
I took the outer edge of the stencil off when it was wet, but I waited until the paint had dried to take off all the little pieces because I just didn't want to run the risk of smearing anything. And oh my goodness, did this come out gorgeous. I am so thrilled with how this turned out. I am going to give it 24 hours before I do a polyacrylic coat or a spar urethane, I think is what I'm going to actually do on it because it is going to be outside on my patio. I just am so in love. And it fits like a charm on top of that planter. I'm going to use the planter as storage. I'm not sure what I'm going to put out there, but I can definitely do like outdoor games or gardening stuff. And I just am in love with this table. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you got inspired, learned something new, maybe got an idea for something that you could make for your outdoor space. Make sure to watch the rest of the videos in the playlist, and don't forget to comment the secret words for each person so that you can be entered to win the $50 gift card for Amazon. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. I would love to have you join my DIY crew.